Man, everything seems like it's pumping today, doesn't it? We're talking like Bitcoin's up, gold's up, silver is up. We've got stocks, like everything seems to be going up at the same time, which is kind of weird, kind of freaking me out a little bit, but it's the everything pump. Today we'll take a look at the prices of all those. We'll take a look at the charts. We'll do some other favorite cryptos and things like that, and we'll just shoot the breeze with the amazing GMS family. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, man, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers. With me, Joe Main, going out live on X and on YouTube right now. Hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube. Follow me on X and grab your tasty beverage because we do the synchronized slurp. It's the slurp heard around the world. You grab your tasty beverage, I grab mine, non-fluoridated water. What are you drinking? Post a comment and let me know. Here we go. The rule is you must slurp it audibly. That's all I ask of you. Wow, it's coming out of the ether today. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Probably going to get copyrighted for that. My name is Joe Main, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013. I've worked for 3 major gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia. Now I work with you as a one-on-one client if you want consulting about precious metals, if you want consulting about Bitcoin or crypto, health and wellness as well. I'll give you my little plug for that a little bit later on, but I do one-on-one sessions. I help businesses launch and grow their social media, as you know, and I do this amazing show with the amazing GMS family. Speaking of, let's do some quick shout outs as per usual, then we'll get into the stuff of the day. GMS says, Mark, Florida, like and share. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can you please like and share? Everyone, Space Miner. It's good to see you, man. Sorry. We've got to get you on. I've got to reply to your emails, and I'm a loser, and I apologize. We will talk about getting you on to talk about crystallized osmium. Okay. Love the platinum action. Loving the platinum action too. Yes. Howdy, legends. How you feeling, Lance? How's life going over there, dude? Let's do this, y'all. I don't think the platinum chart is vertical enough yet. Not yet. Let's see. CT. Oh, it's been a while. CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. Lance says, is everything going up at once? Something has to break. Yeah, true. You know what breaks? Hearts break when Lance walks into a room. Let's see. Richard Pin, good to see you, my friend. GMS Joe, I'm also failing at the trading competition just to make you feel better. It's not over yet, though. Yes, the Bybit trading competition through Mastering the Markets. By the way, did you know the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, and Stormrake, stormrake.com, your full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. Sign up with my link and you get 33% lifetime discount on their brokerage fees. I'll share more about that later on. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. It's good to see you. No apologies from busy men. Okay, fair enough. No problem. Maybe when my son does, that's not me. Oh, mate, don't sell yourself short. Where's Chat Mum? Where's Tony been? I want Tony in here as well. Shall we talk about all the stuff? Let's do it. Man, everything seems to be pumping at the moment. We'll take a look at precious metals first. Gold, silver, platinum. Then we'll do some crypto, some Bitcoin, and Bitcoin also heading up in that direction too. So everything pumps today, and stocks as well. It's very strange to me that everything is having a bit of a pump. I've been wondering what that's to do with. Let's share the screen. We'll start with this screen. Give me 1 second. As you know, and can you please do me a favor? Can you please follow me on X right now? As you know, I just need to do this thing where I go like this, and because I try to get a little bit more trending. July 3rd, live on X right now. Good, we'll do that. But also I want to go over to here. Let me ask the question. I did ask it on my phone, but I'll ask it over here. Why are gold Bitcoin and stocks all going up today together. Anything to do with Powell? Let's go. Anything to do with... I asked it this morning. Why? Why is everything? Because generally not, Bitcoin shouldn't be going up. Usually it's more risk off than anything else. Risk on, I should say, and gold's, and precious metals are risk off. Gold, Bitcoin, and stocks may be rising together today due to a combination of macro, blah, blah, blah. Federal Reserve, interest rate expectations, Powell's recent comments, particularly around monetary policy. No. Let's see. Powell's cautious approach to rate cuts as noted in his June 2025 comments. No. Anything mentioned by Powell in last few days? Let's go. Very quickly. Several notable statements that could be influencing simultaneous rise in gold, silver, gold, Bitcoin, and stocks. July 1st, Powell stated that the U.S. economy is in a... Powell stated that the U.S. economy is in a pretty good position, suggesting confidence in its current state despite uncertainties. Yeah, could supporting gains in stocks and risk-on assets, while gold benefits from its safe haven status amid broader uncertainties. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's take a look at the charts. And let's go back to my little screenio right here. Let's see. We'll take a look at gold. Let's start with that. Here's gold on the daily time frame, price in USD 3,350. Wow. We're not back above there yet, but it's good to see us back above this downtrend line. We like that. Should I probably keep that as a thing? Probably not now. I don't know. Let me just show you on the 4 hour. Yeah, maybe on the 1 hour. I'll just keep it there for S&Gs. Yeah, we are actually finding a little bit of support on the hourly right there as well. So I'll keep that downtrend line, even though we've had that. It's probably not the most good. It's not the most good thing to do, Joe, from a technical perspective, but whatever, I'll just keep it. Seems to be respecting it at the moment. Glad to see it back over. We had the move all the way down to no lower than here, please, which was that double bottom right there. It's at 3,250. Looks to be a double bottom at this stage. On the hourly time frame, we sailed through that 0.5 Fibonacci. That's at 3,350 that we talked about. I just need to see it break and hold that 3,375. Please and thanks. From this high and this low, it's the top end of the zag zone. Okay, top end there, the 0.618, 3,375-ish. Cool. If I just do a quick little bit of what did this pivot and this pivot do? We're through the zag zone there. So we're through the 0.618 there. Okay, so that's good. So that's the next one there and there. Clear through 3,375. And I'll be just more confident to say new all-time high in gold coming soon. Okay, and I mean soon, right? Not in months and months. I mean like a couple of weeks maybe. Probably less than a month, I'd say, is my opinion if we break and hold 3,375. Got to do that, bare minimum, okay? And I was saying down here, no new all-time high in gold coming anytime soon while you're below this uptrend line right here. We're back above it, clear there, as I said, yeah, and then we're good. I think more likely than not for a new all-time high in gold. Cool. What else do we need to watch out for? I guess what we could do is you could take it from this high as we have been previously, this high and this low, and where are we sitting at? At the moment, yes, see we're above. If I go like this and I go like this, between this high and this low, there is your expected resistance range, and that's the zag zone. And actually, technically, we just broke through that zag zone on this larger time frame. So that's looking pretty good too, but I would favor that 3,375. Cool. Ultimate confidence would be through the 0.786 at 3,420. Again, this is just a weather report. Does it really matter in the long run? Should you dollar cost average anyway? Yes, gold is going to $8,000, $10,000 USD an ounce at some point. What's the price of everything else at that time? Well, that's a good question. Gold could go to $1 million an ounce, but what is the price of a loaf of bread? Okay, so you've got to keep that in mind. But very confident with gold over the longer term. Just been a bit of a consolidation range. Could we go lower? Yes. Would it be a great opportunity to buy more for the longer term? Absolutely. But if you just want the price to keep going up now because you've done all your buying and you're not dollar cost averaging, you're just sitting on your core stack now, you're not going to buy anymore, and you just want to see glory days, then yeah, watch that 3375 break and hold, and then I'd be more confident to say a new all-time high in gold is coming soon. Cool. That's gold. I will take a quick look at the miners today as well. I haven't been doing that recently. Here is this is the GDX, okay, the Van Eck gold miners. It tracks the major caps, right? The big caps, the large caps. That's the word I'm looking for, Joe. Here's your high here at $54.70. We broke back below. So if I show you on the daily, it's looking a little bit detailed, sorry. We broke back below, but it looks like it might be a little liquidity grab. So we broke back below here, which would say, oh, it's a change of market structure. And then you would expect if it finds resistance here, if you do something like this, then you find resistance here and then tick back down, like through there, then you're like, ooh, yeah, no, good. So far, we're back above this area. So we could be looking all right. I just need to see it cross, preferably about there would be good at $53.26. What is the GDX again? Is if you into the gold miners, but you don't want to pick the individual ones because you don't want to take that larger risk, then you buy something like the GDX. It's listed actually both on the New York Stock Exchange and the Australian version as well. So it's its counterpart. Okay, it just trades at different times. So you can kind of predict the market as such by watching what the GDX does on overnight, waking up in the morning going, what did the GDX do? And you go, oh, I can trade that in the morning. However, you got to be kind of quick to get your buy orders in, because from about 7 a.m. roughly, that's when you can start putting your buy orders in. So you might not really catch a gem, but you can kind of see, well, if that's up for the day, for overnight, and gold's still sitting where it was, then you can expect a pump. So I'm expecting a pump in the GDX on the Australian Stock Exchange up to a certain level. Pick it, I don't know. But on the Australian Stock Exchange, and it's priced in Australian dollars, you need to see it cross above about 84 Australian dollars to say onwards and upwards we go. Junior? Am I still in my juniors? I'm not in my juniors at the moment. Don't worry about that. We'll just look at the majors. All right, let's take a look at... Here is silver on the daily time frame, US dollars, $36.45. Interesting. We're using the tradingview.com website, by the way. And here is silver. We have come back to test the zag zone. Hopefully we don't resist there too much. I don't want to see $36 roughly broken. 36, 36.5, 36.10. Cool. That's from this high and this low. Cool. I need to see it break and hold through the zag zone here, through that level of $36.50. Yeah. And it's pretty simple. Do something like that. And that's what I'm actually expecting. Unless, I'm expecting this to happen, something like that, break through that $36.90 level, come back to test. I don't think you'll probably don't. I do not. Let me start again. Probably, I don't think, we'll go straight through like that. Okay, more so we'll come to test it, right? And then we'll get closer to the apex right here, and then we'll do something like that, is my guess. I'm more than 50% certain that we're going to do that rather than break down from here. But of course, got to keep it in the back of your mind. If we break through that 36 area, not great, and probably see a breakdown there, and then we'll talk about some lower prices. But we're not there yet. This is what I'm expecting. Right here at this stage, looking good for the moment. Just cross there, please and thank you. Okay, do that. That is silver. And as you know, just in case you're new to the show because you're here to wait for my crypto stuff, because I do talk about crypto too. right here. Don't do that, Joe. Silver is in the world's greatest, the world's longest, the world's greatest cup and handle formation, taking 45 years so far to play out. 1980, 2011. Giant cup. Here's the handle playing out. Each candle that you're seeing here, each line right there, is 3 months worth of time. Don't worry about the little ups and downs, okay? I know we talk about the minutiae, we talk about the hourly or the 4-hourly or the daily, okay? But just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. It's doing this. Technically, can it tick over here and go, oh no, I'm going $7 Yeah, it's not doing that, okay? We're doing that. It's playing out because it's over such a long period of time, people they're seeing the zoomed out version, they're going, yeah, it's a cup and handle, okay? So then they place their trades accordingly, and therefore it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That will happen eventually. That's going to be broken, $50. We'll fluff around here for a little bit, might take a couple of months or something. We'll get up to 50, and some people will be going, oh, it's a double top. Oh, we're going to go down like this. Yeah, and it might fake you out kind of like at $38 or $39, something like there. Round about there, it might fake you out, right? Ish. Let me do that again. Round about, see those closes right there? It might fake you out around about here, around about where we are now, and then it goes funk, like that over the longer term. Then we're in price discovery for silver, only asset in all of history. Only asset since 1980 that hasn't broken its 1980 asset. Once again, the only asset since 1980 that hasn't broken its 1980 price. Only asset. Okay, find another one and I will stand corrected. You can't. And so why? Because it's been manipulated. Okay, it's been manipulated in price with all the silver derivative contracts, etc. But you can't keep something down forever. They did it here. Okay. Everyone, I was back here with silver going, I made my mistakes back then. 2010, I was getting into silver. And then, I'm up 40%. $50, 1980, we're going to break the all-time high. Double top, okay? They can't do it this time. Whoever they are, they can't do it because that's the cup, that's the handle. I think even they are preparing to release the hounds. Okay, Mr. Burns style. I think they're going to let it slowly go, but it's going to go because you can't do that now. That's not a thing. Not a thing. Okay, cup and handle, that will go this time. And we're talking triple digit silver. Eventually, we're talking $700 silver. Eventually down the track 10, 20 years time from now. Okay, because that's just a simple that. Measure that, take that from here, and that takes you to about $700 silver. Get it? Got it? Good. That's pretty darn simple, isn't it? That's silver. I gave you a total silver history in about 2 minutes. Let's take a look at SIL. This is the silver version of the silver mining of the gold mining index. So it's the silver miners index. Duh. Here it is on the monthly time frame. Priced in US dollars, and it's currently at $48.70. Let me get rid of that for you. It's currently playing out really nicely. We broke out of that downtrend line. We broke out of that $43 area, and it's looking great. I did say watch out for here. So we're onwards and upwards to at least bare minimum here. I was saying this down here at that break of 43. Watch out for that $54 area. You might find some resistance around here. You do have some trapped money here. Back here, all the way back in 2012. We've had, though, 1, 2 kind of tests of that area. That should be enough to shake a lot of those people out already. Some people might take some breaking even. I was going to say profits, but breaking even again here. But 1, 2, more likely third time's the charm. You might spend a little bit of time down here, but I think eventually that will be broken. Then we'll talk about new all-time highs for silver miners. And, of course, I'll quickly show you. There are points where, and I'll update you on the ratio, there are points where being in silver miners is more beneficial than being in the silver spot. Okay, now I won't say physical silver because I hold physical silver and I'll always hold physical silver most likely. I'll probably never sell out of my physical silver. I might just wait until banks allow it to be used as collateral again, and I'll just borrow against it. Then I don't have to sell it. I won't have tax implications, right? So do your own research on that. Speak to your own, your own accountant and all that sort of stuff. But let me show you. Sorry, I'm digressing. Silver miners versus silver. So what I mean is it better to be in the silver miners or better to be in spot silver? Now, spot silver can be physical silver, or spot silver can be like a silver ETF, like your ETP MAG one. I'll show you that in a second. So you can buy silver ETFs which track the silver spot price, but you might want to consider being in the miners or a portion in the miners. Even for physical stackers, you might want to consider being in the miners for a little bit, and then that helps you to up your physical stack later on down the track. That's also what I'm planning on doing. So here we are, 1.27. That was for me the bullish change of market structure. Previous support down here at where it was closing at rather than that spike. Double bottom right here, beautiful move. Okay, and if I show you on the relative strength index, what you can see here is that was kind of flattening out, but that's rising, so that shows bullish divergence too. You've got beautiful volume coming in as well. So let's go back here. Now we're back. We come up to 1.43, and we haven't even tested here yet. So anywhere down to here, 1.27. If you test there, no problem. But what I do suspect will happen, you might have a test there, but what I suspect will happen is you're going to come and at least test this downtrend line, and I think it will line up roughly with that 1.7 on this ratio. What it does from there, I don't know. It depends where we are in the cycle, etc. But I will be expecting many people, and I probably will myself, take some profits along the way, meaning turning a portion of my silver miners back into spot silver, whether that's a silver ETF or whether that's physical silver, or whether it's half-half, I don't know, but it's going to happen around about that 1.7 level. Why? You can see massive area of buying, a lot of support there, so that support will probably become resistance at some point, okay? I'm not saying it's going to do that exactly in that time frame, but that 1.7-ish, it's also the bottom end of the zag zone between this high and... oh, that's not right. What are you doing, Jojo? Why would I do it between that high and that low? That doesn't make any sense, Joe. You would do it between that high and that low. Okay. Excuse me while I correct myself. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's more like, it's still 1.7. It's like 1.68, 1.7. Okay, yeah, it's around about there. See that area of support? That will become resistance. Cool. Want to up your physical stack or want to up your spot silver stack? Consider getting into silver miners. And SIL, listed on the New York Stock Exchange, is it's the least risky way to do it, instead of picking individual silver miners. However, I do own some individual silver miners here in Australia. For example, such as, not that I'm giving you individual advice on these because it's better just to be in an index like the SIL, but for example, I have USL currently. This is Unico Silver Limited, all right? That's at 2.8 cents right now on the relative strength index. We did go in extremely overvalued already for a little bit, but I am confident with it in the future. As silver goes higher, the miners will continue to outperform for a bit. I'm also in ARD, which is Argent, I think it is, ARD. Argent Minerals, yes, also. So that's one I am in, and that's currently at 0.2, so 2.1 cents. Sorry, and I think USL was at 28 cents, not 2.8 cents. Like that, so I'm in that one. It just needs to fight through this trapped money right here, and once we get through around about 2.6 cents, then I think we're looking good for a further move higher. I'm also in First Majestic, which is listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and actually, and I didn't mean to do this on purpose, I promise you I didn't, but what's happening over at masteringthemarkets.com, the Academy is actually, and they're actually doing a conversation. They're having a conversation with the CEO of First Majestic. Give me 1 second. Remainder of weekly trades. That's not the one. Let me go down to, I think it's going to be, no, not him. Not him. Craig D. I think it's going to be Craig D. So Craig D is your fundamental guy here on the Academy. Uranium is talking about those. Anyway, no. Events. It'll be events. Give me 1 sec. It's events today, Sunday, Monday, Friday. There we go. Nope, that's not the one. FA in practice. It's this one right here. Learn more. So, Craig Dixon. So, by the way, if you subscribe to the masteringthemarkets.com Academy, this is going to be my full little pitch for that. May as well do it as part of the precious metals thing. You can get amazing stuff like join Craig Dixon for a special fundamental analysis in practice session featuring Manny, the VP of Corporate Development of First Majestic Silver, a large-scale producer in need of expansion. This is a unique opportunity to hear directly from a leader in the silver space, gain insights into their strategy, and see fundamental analysis applied in real time. So that's for, excuse me, why did I do that? That is for First Majestic Silver. First Majestic Silver is breaking out, doing better than a couple of the Aussie ones at the moment. It is broken out of that $8 mark. That is looking juicy for me. That is First Majestic Silver on the New York Stock Exchange. Speaking of, I'll go to platinum and then I'll do something else. Here is platinum. Wow. Oh, wow. Platinum on the monthly time frame, price in USD. 1,416. We are back, baby. Oh, wow, cool. Looks like my buy order for a particular platinum miner might not get triggered. Dang. We are doing really well on platinum. We're back up to where we found resistance at. So right here at 1,430, we've tapped 1,430 again. Just be aware, could it be a double top? That's the only thing we need to consider. So I'll just have a look at it on the daily time frame. That's the only thing you need to consider. Are we double topping here and then the steam is still running out? Not saying it is, but I just need to tell you right here, that's a double top on the daily so far. It's only potential. And you have a lower low, so an equal high, but a lower high on the relative strength index. That can indicate some continued bearish divergence. And that reminds me that's exactly like ZBCN. So we will come back to ZBCN. ZBCN's a crypto, but watch this. See that pattern there? And watch this pattern right here. Look at that. Cool. So what I'm focusing on right here on the daily time frame, this is a crypto. I know you precious metals people are like, oh, crypto. But right here, I'll show you on the 4 hour, actually. That's where it really, there you go. So you see that? That's when I was talking about bearish divergence. We went a higher high. Come on, mate. What are you doing? I don't want you. I don't want you. You can get stuffed. We had the higher high with the lower high on the relative strength index. And then we had the double top, so equal high, and then the lower high on the relative strength index, and that continued the move back down. That's happening exactly with platinum right now. Doesn't mean that's going to play out like that, but just so you know, that is happening in the same exact way, except it's doing it on the daily time frame rather than on the 4 hour. But you can see the similar thing here: higher high, lower high, flattening out, lower high. So just be aware there. You can get double topped out and then we can have a decent move back down. So we're not out of the woods yet for platinum. Cool. But as we know for platinum, and I'll show you the quarterly time frame, platinum is just, look, it looks good. I mean, I got to say, on the flip side of that little bearish divergence thing, look at platinum on the quarterly time frame without all the flotsam and jetsam. Dang, man. It looks really good. And we've just started the brand new quarter here. New quarter and new 6-month time frame as well. So new month, new quarter, new month, new quarter, new 6-month time frame. Okay, it's looking pretty darn tasty. Do we find a little bit of resistance there? And just, yeah, sure. But look, on the 6 monthly, we are rocketing up. Okay, you'll find some resistance somewhere, sure, but we're going to be breaking a new all-time high in platinum for shiz my niz. I give you a 99.99% guarantee, barring a black swan event that we can't see coming. And so I'll say, okay, I was wrong because there's a black swan event that you can't see coming. But based on the technicals, it's looking great. Okay. Yeah. And we'll talk about higher prices when we get there. That is platinum. And seeing as though I was talking about gold and silver miners, I'll quickly talk about platinum miners. There's no platinum mining index, but the one I'm trying to get back into, because I took some profits, but I'll try and get back into, which I might have to suck up and I might not get, is ZIM. This is Zimplat's holding on the Australian Stock Exchange. Looks like it'll probably open a little bit higher. In fact, I'm going to check my Moomoo account right now because the market is now open for the day. I'll see where everything has landed. And this is a delayed price, but I'm trying to get in back down here at the 0.618 from this low and this high. That's at around about $14.30. I may have to suck it up. If it starts crossing about $16.50, I'm probably going to have to suck it up and just buy higher. That's fine because I know where it's going in the longer term. I know where I feel like it's going in the longer term. I'm also currently in a platinum miner, which is SBSW, which is Sibanye Stillwater. I've been in that for a little bit and it's done nicely so far. And that's having a beautiful move. So overnight, that's cracked up to $7.62 US cents. Moving onwards and upwards, looking fantastic. I am bullish on it on the longer term. Sibanye Stillwater. That's all the precious metals stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go back here and I need to check something. Actually, yeah, no, go back here. Give me 1 second, people. Get your comments in. I just need to check something here. And so you don't see my messages and things. Okay, tonight, I'm going to go back to the screen. Tonight, you can join me and a bunch of others for an online round table on precious metals. This starts at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time tonight. It's going to be myself. I think Sam from Liberty Bullion is joining as well, plus a couple of other quote-unquote experts in the precious metals world. So this is a Zoom call. Now, I think I'll put a link below somewhere. I'll put it, you know what? I'll do it in the chat right now. Even easier. Give me 1 sec. I'll pop it in the chat. Here's the link to the Facebook event page that's going in the chat right now. Cool. If anyone wants to join that, it's going to be on, I think it's a Zoom call as far as I'm aware. If you go to the Facebook event, then you'll see the links, etc. So it says, okay, we are kicking off our first official online roundtable with the topic precious metals. This will be an informal discussion about anything precious metals with topics like history, definition of money, physical paper, how much to hold, where to get it, blah, 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 tax implications, gold versus silver ratio, blah, blah, blah. And it said it would be great to have up to 5 individuals who understand such topics. I raised my hand and said, I'll be one of them. So if you would like to join that and watch, then check that out, please. That is that. By the way, you should buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, one of my favourite and the best, I think, bullion dealer in all of Australia, because they do free shipping. Free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your order. They are one of my brand sponsors. You know them. You love them. I know them. I love them. They do weekly specials. You know the deal with them. perthbullion.com.au. They are amazing. I biggie them up enough as it is, don't I? Let's go. Comments, and then we'll talk about some crypto. Bitcoin's going through the whoof at the moment. We'll take a look at others and we'll some general crypto. Comments, questions, queries, etc. Richard Pin says money printing machines are pumping. That's why. Okay. Yeah, you could be right. Global liquidity increasing. They're doing like stealth QE at the moment. Bitcoin sucks up more value as holding. Oh, it is holding over 63% dominance. It did break through that 64%, I think it was, which we need to see it broken, but we'll take a look in a second. Soon, altcoins, quite possibly. CT says, is it Russian sanctions being taken off? I'm asking Grok, have any sanctions on Russia been taken off in last few days. Radio silence while Grok does its thing. There's no definitive evidence from reliable sources confirming that any sanctions on Russia have been lifted in the last few days. However, there are mixed signals and discussions around sanctions, particularly in the context of the Trump administration's approach to Russia. No confirmed sanction relief. Speculation and isolated case. A New York Times article from yesterday noted that in April, the US Treasury quietly lifted sanctions on Karina Rotenberg, the wife of Russian oligarch Boris Rotenberg, without providing a clear explanation. This was described as an unusual move and not indicative of broader sanction relief. Okay, so no, I don't think there's any particular Russian sanctions been removed. No. Count on 4 more trillion to go money printer. Yeah. Plus stablecoin creation. Yeah, that's coming as well. Cash will be eaten up by the creation of several stablecoin dollars. Step aside, gold, platinum. Well, step aside, gold, platinum coming through. Woohoo, says Space Miner. So bets on hyperinflation. Many people have been talking about hyperinflation for a long time. 3 trillion are on the way to be printed, maybe more yet to be approved, said Richard. Wow, that's money printing means money printer go brr and Bitcoin goes foof. But why gold is going up too? But yeah, gold, the liquidity cycle. Yeah, I can see that too. 20 up in here. Oh, good. Excellent. Hit the like button, people. I'm nearly done with gold, platinum. Platinum group, rare earth, and refractory. Refractory for me. What's refractory? Is this something I'm just learning for the first time? What are we talking about refractory? Okay. Neil. You're so humble, Neil. I love it. As I predicted, yes, central bank gold buying did slow down in July, although it remained positive overall, according to World Gold Council. Thank you for that. We're about to get into crypto, etc. The 30-year bond yields are not looking good as well. Ouch. Any other comments? I can't get through all of them. Oh, nanonuclear energy closed at $33, so it's holding up very well. That's good, Mark. Great to see. We may take a quick Oklo. I took a look at Oklo the other day. It's been playing out its bearish divergence. ZBCN, yes, all those other ones. I get it. Anyone looking at AZY? Oh, Antipa Resources. Thank you. Chart request, Joe. You've got your official chart request in. You shall have it, Lance. That's the one we'll take a look at in just a second. So what was it? AZY. Let's go back to here. No, actually, quickly, I'm going to show you very quickly because I'll let you know. Did you know now, which I think you did? I don't want that one, Joe. Screen Joe. There I am. Did you know that I now offer consultations? So this is the last little plug for me. I offer consultations now. Did you know that? Yes, I do. So I consult on a bunch of different things. Of course, if you want consultation on how to invest in precious metals, I obviously offer that. I've been a precious metal stacker since 2010, worked for 3 major bullion dealers. I'm now putting that to proper use. Well, no, I did it for proper use for like 12 years, speaking to thousands of different customers. I'm putting it in my private life. I'm putting it to use as well. So you can have a one-on-one conversation with me. It's a 45-minute session. Or is it a 30-minute? No, it's a 45-minute session. It costs money, but time is money. And then I'm happy to speak to new time investors in particular. So pick a day, pick a time when I'm available and pay me money. And we will have a strategy session on how to invest for the first time, or maybe you're just getting into it, but you're still unsure about which way to go. But I love speaking to first timers. I'll speak to an advanced person. If you've been stacking for 20 years, but you just want to have a chat as well, hey, pay me money, we'll just have a chat. But mainly is to give you non-financial advice on how to get into precious metals investing. That is the Calendly link. So I'll put a link somewhere below. So I do that. But also, if you want to talk about a Bitcoin and crypto investment strategy session, I do charge for that too. Also, if you want to talk about health and wellness, and in particular, the keto/carnivore diet. As you know, I've been a carnivore for 7 years. I successfully, helped me lose and keep off some weight. I've successfully helped multiple people in my sphere lose and keep off weight and improve many health outcomes. I am not a doctor, so don't take it as doctor advice. But I do that too. And also, I give a free assessment on your YouTube and social media as well. So particularly if you own a business, I've helped multiple businesses launch and grow YouTube channels to very good success, as you know, like I did with Bullion Now. I revitalized Ainslie Bullion's channel, and I've done it for many other types of businesses as well. So that's a free session though. That's a discovery call, whether we see I can help you. And if I do, then I charge you money. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's go to right here. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin, etc. I want to have a quick look at my stuff. Oh, okay. Here we are. Bitcoin. Yep. Great. Bitcoin index. That is on the daily. Wow. We're looking interesting here. Give me 1 second. I just want to check my account. What have we done? Oh, I don't want you. I want you. Please hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube to stay updated with me. You get a couple of live shows every single week and plus all the stuff in between. Yeah, that's had a big jump. Okay, you can't see that, but the market has just opened very nicely higher. Wow. Pilbara Minerals is up. Wow, my biome is up. Ionic is up. Everything's up. Everything up last night. I can't show you my Moomoo account because that gives away what I'm in my financials. But gee, where the market is open in Australia, boop, we've opened up as well. Man, everything's pumping except for just a couple of small things. Wow, interesting. Cool. Well, that's good to see. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, 108,920 as of right now. We have broken through and it's right on the edge. Bitcoin likes to just likes to screw with you, doesn't it? We had this beautiful pump up to nearly $110,000. So technically on the daily, we did break through. We closed right at it. I don't like it when you do this to me, Bitcoin. It just pisses me off. And you go, oh, look, we're up here. And then at the last minute, they smack it down just for the technical analysis bros go, oh, well, technically we didn't hold it. Okay, on the 4 hour, we came back down to test it like exactly that downtrend line. Okay, so what I don't want to see it do is break below the following. Let me show you. I'll call that the pivot on the 4 hour time frame. So we'll go from the low to the high. Pretty easy. Don't break below here. Thank you. That's at the 618. So don't break below $107,000. So we can give it anywhere into there. That's fine. Okay. I preferably don't want to break and I don't want to close today's. So in 24 hours, I don't want to close the day below this downtrend line. That's just not preferable. Okay. I'd rather hold that, but I'll give it anywhere down to that 107,000, but I would really want to see, the top end at around about 108,000 holders support, please and thank you. The more you get down to there, the more that kind of freaks people out. That does happen to coincide. Remember we talked about that previous, that 106,700 kind of area. That's that previous resistance right there. So happy. I'm fine for it to come down to there, but anywhere below about 107,000, not good. And then that would be a fake out right there, and looks like you'd be going down lower. But so far, look, broke out of the downtrend line, still above it, so that's good. I have to say, technically, it's looking positive for Bitcoin. That's really all I need to say about that. I think on the 4 hour, obviously break above there and break above here. Technically, that's the ultimate bullish. Right there. It's looking very bullish at the moment, obviously. Coming down to, now we came down to 105 roughly. I just want to see where that sits with the Fibonacci. Give me one moment. Where did we sit? Did that sit at any particular Fibonacci level? No, we came back to almost test the top end of the zag zone. But okay, off there, fantastic. Back above there, which is good. And obviously, breaking through here, zhunk, that was not straight, That's okay. It doesn't matter. That's around about 110,500. That's ultimately ultra, mega bullish. And then you could say, okay, we're going to break and make a new all-time high. And then we're going to keep going from there until it decides it doesn't want to. Of course, as you know, people such as Bisha, the chief operating officer of Stormrake, stormrake.com, he believes that Bitcoin will go to $200,000 USD still in 2025. And we've actually got a bit of a ways to go. Here's the start of the next year. You've got a decent, that can do it. That can do $200,000. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. He's very confident with around about 180 to 200,000. He's been in crypto for a long time. I did an interview with him on the channel just a couple of weeks ago, so check that out. He makes his case why he thinks $200,000 Bitcoin, or somewhere between 180 to 200,000. Okay, and I don't think it's a pipe dream either. Okay, it is doable in 2025. Okay, so watch that video. But breaking that 110,000 just means we're getting into all-time high territory. And as I've said, it actually kind of lines up as I've said before. I don't think we probably break this trend channel here. I think we keep butting up against the bottom end of this major trend channel, the one that goes all the way back to like 2011, 2012. We have been below it for a while, and I think it will remain as resistance in 2025. Now, could I be wrong and it completely sails through and then finds a support and then onwards and upwards? Sure, but then you're talking like $300,000 Bitcoin in 2025. I don't think that's likely. Okay, later on down the track, sure. But yeah, that is Bitcoin. Hold that 107,000 and we're looking good. Obviously hold that downtrend line, looking even better. Break through 110,600-ish. Go time. And it might be go time already, but and some people obviously believe it is. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is holding at around about 65% at the moment. You can see that we had some bearish divergence. Now, this is good for you if you hold altcoins. You want this to go down. So we had this thing, higher high, lower high on the relative strength index, indicated bearish divergence, okay? And you want it to go lower if you want altcoins to go absolutely crazy hog wild. But nothing's saying 100% that we will yet. We need to break through about 65% even to even give a chance that we're going to see another altcoin season in 2025. We're not there yet. I would say what I can see here is a double bottom, so an equal low and a lower low, which can actually spell hidden bullish divergence, which means we could see a bit more of a pump in the Bitcoin dominance, which actually it's good for Bitcoin, but not good for your altcoins. Okay, so nothing saying yet altcoin season, not confirmed just yet. But let's take a look at the other metrics. So we'll take a look at others. Others, the altcoin market minus the top 10. Man, it just fakes you out, doesn't it? Markets try to fake you out to try to shake you out. And a lot of people just got shaken out, including myself. I had a leveraged position, a small leveraged position, very small, leveraged position on a particular altcoin because I was taking part in the masteringthemarkets.com trading competition, right? So they've got a Bybit trading competition for crypto at the moment. I took a small position and then, that's not the one I was looking at. I took a small position. No, that's not the one I want. And I had my stop loss set at for a certain crypto. I had it really set down really low, my stop loss, because I was giving it a lot of room. And what do the markets like to do? They will take your money, man. So it got down as low as it could, and it started freaking people out. It got my stop loss, and then what did it do after it got my stop loss? Shunk. That's what it likes to do. So it's done that. It's come back up to test $240 billion. Okay, that's all we need to see is it creep through that 238, 240 billion, and then I will dip my toe back in again. As I've told you, I'll be very bullish once we cross through this decline right here and break through the 0.5 Fibonacci. That's at 250 billion. That's the big kicker for me, 250 billion. And then ultimate confidence is through 260 billion. Okay, so but if you can get through this sag zone, you break through here and hold that, chef's kiss. It is like go time for altcoins. And we'll talk about, probably going to break the 300 billion mark. We'll talk up to maybe even, up here, this kind of area, but altcoins will go ballistic when it crosses through. I think when it crosses through 250, but to be extra cautious, 260 billion, that's when they'll go, when it's altcoin season. And that will probably coincide with the Bitcoin dominance, cracking through that 65%, etc. Cool. Others dominance is you need to see it crack through right here at about 7.3%. I've got an alert set there. That tried it here, tried it a second time. Third time will likely be a charm. If it breaks through there, that'll probably again coincide with others breaking through 250 billion, or 240, 250 billion, etc. That'll coincide with Bitcoin dominance going through that 65% kind of mark. So if all of those three line up and that breaks and starts moving higher, then yeah, quite likely altcoin season on the way. That will be a bullish change of market structure as long as it holds. So that's all of that. So altcoin season not confirmed yet. Okay, so don't be going balls deep into crypto at the moment. I am not. I've dipped my toe in, but I'll be back in a big way later on down the track if it presents itself. Let's take a look at quickly at Toshi, the meme coin of base chain, my favorite meme coin of all time. I will be back in it when the opportunity presents itself, which it currently does not. I need to see it crack above 0.0005 at bare minimum. Okay, and we're not there yet. We're at 0.0045 at the moment. So not that far off. I just need to see it creep above there and see how that aligns roughly with that big spike right there. So crack through there. That's kind of the chain. Technically, you can say that's the change of market structure, but I kind of give it in that area there. Crack through there, hold that, and then we're looking good. Okay, at least for a bit more of a pump. That is Toshi. I will be back in eventually because I love the Toshi community. Leave a comment below or in the YouTube comments or in the X replies if you are going to be back in yourself. Here is SEI. I did mention it on the X account. SEI is holding up nicely, actually. It's still above the 27.50, so 27 cents, 27.5 cent mark. That's good. So far it's still above the neckline here. So that's a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. There's your neckline. It broke it. So therefore that is a head and shoulders pattern, which is inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is playing out. So that's good. And so far it's holding that 27.5 cents. Good. I don't want it to break back below about 25 cents. Don't break back below there, and then we'll probably have to talk some lower prices, but that's okay. If general crypto continues going up, then SEI will do well, just like the others. A rising tide raises all ships, and it's one of the bigger ones now, and it's will do really well. Cool. That is SEI. What else did I mention on the channel? I mentioned ZBCN. Yes. ZBCN. Let's take a quick look at that. We went to it just before. Now, here's some good news for ZBCN. This is ZBEC Network. Good news for ZBEC Network. We might have a double bottom in play right here. Okay, so if general crypto is going to continue up, which it might do, then ZBCN will be one of the beneficiaries of that. Again, rising tide raises almost all ships. What I'm seeing here is some bullish divergence. Is that on the daily time frame? Was that with the OBV? I think it was with the OBV. Give me one moment. Why is that not doing it? What is with you, bro? Come on. Nope. Okay. Doesn't like me. All right. I'm going to get rid of you. Give me one moment. Indicator. OBV. Yeah, you know me. Right here. Okay, OBV doesn't want to give me anything. Okay, never mind. I did notice some kind of bullish divergence here. Why is that? Give me a second. Was that on the weekly time frame or on the 4 hour? There we go. It was on the 4 hour. That's why. Cool. So there's some bullish divergence going on with ZBEC network on the 4 hour time frame. That's where you're seeing an equal low, but the relative strength index is moving higher. Okay, so one of the oscillators. So you've got a bottoming out here. So that looks like a potential double bottom. We all know who loves a good double bottom, Jason Ashworth, who is watching right now. So equal low, higher low on the relative strength index potential. Looks pretty good at the moment. Potential bullish divergence. So could the double bottom be in for ZBEC network? It could be. What I need to see it do is crack back above, I'm going to say, yeah, right there. So there's your kind of your little line in the sand right there. That'll be a break of market structure probably. That's coming through a decline right there. Ish. Yeah, that kind of matches up. Let's see. It's around about there, that previous area of resistance. So kind of get through there-ish and we'll talk turkey. Right? Get through there and we'll talk okay onwards and upwards for ZBEC network. Yeah, cool. And of course, we've got to get through bare minimum that 0048 area in order to say new all-time highs coming for ZBEC network. But again, if general crypto is going up, it'll probably go up too. And we'll talk about higher prices down the track. But a potential bullish divergence, a potential double bottom on ZBEC network, not confirmed yet. But if you're in, or if you're still in, let me know in the comments. Are you confident with ZBEC? Nothing else I want to look at from a crypto perspective. I've given you my opinion there. I'm going to quickly go back and check the comments because someone asked for AZY and Tipper resources. Cool. We'll do that in a second. But of course, if you want to buy crypto, and I think you might do, you want to buy from Stormrake, stormrake.com. Why? They're a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage operating in Australia and the US as well. So if you want to buy with confidence, if you want to buy at the best prices, the best market prices, if you don't want to do it yourself. So can you save money by learning how to buy on cryptocurrency exchanges? Yes. Can you save money by learning about DeFi and all that and buying all that and doing it all yourself? Yes, of course you can. Okay, of course. But if you want a full service cryptocurrency brokerage where all you have to do is like in the 80s and 90s, you called your stockbroker and you say, hey, I want to buy $10,000 of Bitcoin. They go, leave it with us. We'll just do it for you. They buy it at the best price. Okay, they can hold it for you, or they can send it to your nominated wallet. They have full custody options for you, cold wallets, hardware wallets, etc. Or they can send it to your nominated address, and you can do that yourself. Do self custody, no problem at all. As well, so a relative range of options, but also a broker. Don't forget, just like I am a broker for precious metals. A crypto broker gives you their non-financial advice, but their personal opinion on what are the good cryptos to be in, what's a good amount of Bitcoin to buy, what kind of ratios from Bitcoin to altcoins do I have, what's their top 10 altcoins. So you can call your broker and just have a chat. You don't even need to buy anything. You can just call your broker and just say, hey, Jerry, what's good today? And they'll go, well, you know what, there's a bit of talk about this and that and the other, right? So you can just get a great chat with your dedicated broker at Stormrake or stormrake.com, and they'll get you the best prices as well for a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. Now, they do charge fees. If you join directly through their website, they're going to charge you what they charge you. If you sign up through me, you get a lifetime 33% discount off the brokerage fees. And it's grandfathered in as well. So if you lock it in now, sign up with an account, and then later on down the track, they just raised their prices as of a couple of days ago. New financial year, they raised their brokerage fees. But the people who signed up before July the 1st with my link now get it for a 2% for the lifetime of their account. It's grandfathered in. Similar thing now though, later on down the track, if they raise their prices, if you've signed up with me today, you're locked in with that price and they won't raise it on you. Okay, so use my link below. I'll put it somewhere and you can just type that little thing there into the address bar. You'll see the sign up page for Stormrake. Make sure you see the word Good Morning Stackers in the address bar, and you get the 33% lifetime discount with Stormrake, stormrake.com. We did say, was it AZY? AZY. Antipa Minerals. Oh, interesting. All right, I'm going to have a look at this. And we're going to have a look at it. Cool. Let's take a look. Antipa Minerals. Let's go back to one of my things here. We'll go back to the gold panel. Cool. Let's take a look at Antipa. No, Joe. Here's a chart request for AZY. It's Antipa Minerals Limited, listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. I'm taking a look at this for the very first time. It's in the mineral space. I'll have to double check what it is, what it does, and I'm just going to look at it from not from a fundamental perspective, from a technical perspective. Let's see what I can see. You can't see what I'm seeing down here. Let's see. What is it? What does it do? Antipa Minerals Limited engages in the exploration and development of mineral properties. Its project portfolio includes Citadel, Patterson, and Wilkie. Okay, the company was founded on November 1st, 2010, headquartered in West Perth in Australia. So I really want to find out a little bit more. New query. Tell me all about AZY Antipa listed on ASX. I did AZT. It'll say, don't you mean AZY? Yeah, blah, blah. I believe you meant Antipa Minerals. Yes. Overview. Okay, thank you. Now, it focuses on discovering world-class gold, copper, silver. Well, geez, that's an all-rounder, isn't it? That's a bit of an everyman. World-class gold, copper, silver, cobalt, uranium, and tungsten deposits. Okay, let's see. Core projects. Gold, copper, silver, cobalt deposits. All right, so it's in the commodities section. So mainly gold, silver, and copper, we'll say. Okay, you know what I didn't take a look at? I didn't take a look at copper. Let's take a quick look at that. Let's see what I missed copper. I'm going to have to add that to my thing now. Give me 1 second. I'll see what copper is doing. So copper, just out of interest, is now at $5.20. And so, yeah, look, we know where gold's going in the long term. We know where silver's going in the long term. And it looks like to be copper. It's about to have a big breakout, in my humble opinion. So companies such as AZY, for example, companies such as CNB, Carnaby Resources, for example, which is a copper miner as well, they'll do quite well over the long term. But here is Antipa. Geez, it's had a huge run. This is on the weekly time frame, priced in Australian dollars, 68.5 US cents. Its market cap is 400 million. So it's not huge, but it's not micro. Okay, so it's kind of like your mid-range-ish, I guess. So maybe, technically, is that a small cap? I don't know. But here it is. We have broken through resistance. Hey, that's good. I'll show you on the monthly time frame. All right, and I'll pop on, let's see. So we've got the highs here of $2.80 back in 2012, roughly. We've got a low here of 3 cents back in 2015. Back here is going to be your, that's interesting. Yeah, there is your COVID low back here. So we had the kind of a range of around about 10 cents. Okay, so we found a bottom at 10 cents. And there's, I didn't even see it. Let me go back. All right, ready? Watch this. Good old Fibonacci. Does it line up with any major support or resistance levels? Ooh, from this high and this low, does it? Exactly at the 0.236. This is why Fibonacci is a thing, okay? Whether it's magic or whether it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, don't give a flying rat's bum. It does match up a lot of the time. Okay, now that does match up with previous support there. So some people say, well, it just matched up with previous support. Yeah, but look at that. It's right on the 0.236. This high and this low. So that's the major level which we have just spiked out of. We just spiked out of it. Okay, we need to hold it. That's the short answer. We're looking a little peaky. Okay, let me have a look at the relative strength index. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so we're extremely overvalued on the monthly time frame. Ooh. I would not prefer. I would not. I don't prefer to have. I don't prefer to see us getting to a major resistance level for a third time, and already we're extremely overvalued on the monthly time frame. That's not preferable. On the weekly time frame, and you've got some bearish divergence. Okay, so I would say probably for AZY, it's kind of had a bit of a run recently, and I think it needs to cool off for a bit. Okay, higher high, flirted with. Now you have to be very careful. One of the questions you have to ask yourself is, why is a support level or why is a resistance level being broken? It's being broken for one of two reasons: either to continue the trend or to grab liquidity, or meaning to fake you out. Okay, so you may have had people who were going to go long in this, shorting this market. Yeah, shorting this market. Anyway, you have people, you're going to, what's the word I'm trying to look for here? The term, if it's going up, then where's my head right now? You have people who were, yes, shorting the market, I think, or going long here. I don't know. People who decide, long. People who've decided to go long here, I think it is. No, it's the other way around. Anyway, it fakes people out here. Where is my head today? I need some more coffee. So it needs to hold there, basically. But look, higher high on the weekly, lower high on the relative strength index does indicate some bearish divergence on the daily time frame. That bearish divergence has been playing out. Okay, all right, maybe we do head onwards and upwards from here, but you really need to hold that 70-cent level. Okay, that's the big one. So hold above 70 cents, and then we're looking good. I would say probably suggest that we are going to see some lower prices, though. That's most likely. And I'll take it from, on the daily, I'll take it from this low and this high. And you would want this support level to be held. And that's that. And so I'd be watching this, because again, it's in the gold, it's in the commodities space. So, gold, silver, copper, etc., are probably all going up in their spot prices. So this will probably do well. It's just it's a little bit overheated. And you'd want to see no lower than here. Isn't that interesting where that lines up with that double bottom right there? So no lower than right there at 43 Australian cents. Cool. So something like that I would be more expecting than a continued pump, just because of this big bearish divergence on the daily and the weekly, and also that monthly is an extremely overvalued already. I could be wrong. I could absolutely just saw through from here, but just watch out for a little test somewhere in this area right here, anywhere between 58.5 cents and 43 cents. If you break through 43 cents, then you'll say, okay, it looks like we're correcting a larger move, not from this one to this one, but a larger one from like down in here. But we're not there yet. I'm going to keep this on my radar, actually. Thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. And I'm going to put an alert there. I'll put an alert here. What I'll do there? Yeah, add alert crossing down through around about there-ish. Thanks for that. So that is AZY and Antippa Minerals. Thanks, Lance. I appreciate your help. I will be watching out for it right now. Thanks. Final comments and we'll get out of here, because I've got stuff to do and so do you, and we're already way over time like we normally do. Richard Pin said fart coin. Yeah, could be doing well. Let's see. Yes. How about the GMS family starting up a main coin? I don't know where the liquidity would come from, but you could. Spaceman says, I completely liquidated my stack for land a while ago. Nice, man. I'm working my ass off trying to get my stack up again. Well, I hope you did really well with your land purchases. Did you do really well out of that, Space Miner? The Fed is getting phased out. I don't know about that, but even Powell sees the writing on the wall. Well, he sees the writing on the wall. He's out. I mean, Powell's out. He's absolutely getting fired. They didn't. Trump also didn't he nominate, or isn't he about to nominate his new Fed chairman like 2 months in advance, like really early in advance, and it's kind of to put pressure on Powell, because if the new guy comes in, and I'm parroting someone else here who I heard say this, Trump wants to bring the new, like at least announce, oh, I'm going to be choosing this person. So then that person can then just go out and like do news, go on the news and whatever, say, well, if I was in right now, I'd be cutting the rates for sure. So, when I get there, I mean, who wouldn't want to cut rates now? So it's kind of like a bit of pressure for Powell to do it earlier. But it seems like if Trump gets his pick, then interest rates may be going lower, which is money printer go brr. Luke Kabasi going to Palmerville this weekend to hopefully find a few grams of gold. I've never got into the prospecting thing. I might do it one day when I'm a little bit older. Give me 1 second. Am I getting any phone calls? No, good. Let's see. Pretty good with all the comments. Didn't go to the mines. You became a farmer. Studied geology though. Well done, man. And you've got all the gear. All the gear, no idea. Yeah, absolutely. Far North Queensland, 97% plus gold. Man, you're giving us a hot tip. Far North Queensland, 97% plus purity gold in Palmerville. All right, you heard it here first, folks. Palmerville, Far North Queensland, you get 90. You can, if you find it, it can be up to like 97% pure. That's really good. That's really, really good. Well, good on you. Yeah, I think I'm all up to date, and I think I have to go. Although Jason Rosana says, "G'day all, tuning in late and looks like I'm late on platinum." I don't think you're late on platinum in the longer run. No, I don't think so. I don't think you're late in the longer run. I'm going to take a final quick little look at the markets now because they have just opened again. So I'll pop you on this one. So let's just quickly go back to gold, silver. Let's see where we are sitting right now at the end of the show, and then we'll do the final synchronized slurp and get out of here. Gold is sitting at 3,344. All right, so it's trending down a little bit for today. Again, I need this to hold, bare minimum, but I really want to see that 3,375 broken. Okay, silver, little bit down since we've been speaking. Okay, I need it to remain above that and crack above that $36.50 and my $36.90. Do that and hold it. That's just great game. And okay, so well, that was weird. Don't know why that happened. Hang on a sec. That was, it said it streaming stopped due to an audio reason. Okay, sure. No worries. Don't know why that happened. So we've got, that's your platinum and things that have just recently opened. So look at this, people. Here is PLS. This is Pilbara Minerals. All right, Pilbara, PLS, one of the big ones for lithium, etc. So LIT, lithium, opened, LIT, lithium, trended up last night, overnight on the New York Exchange. So you're seeing things like PLS have a bit of a move. So a lot of things are doing quite well. Wow, bio. Here is bio. That's just shot right up. That's bio Australia, which I'm in. We've got AE Aurora Energy. The quick market update. CNB, which is a copper thing, that's doing all right. FLG is up. IXR, which is rare earths. So I got into IXR just recently. That's broken market structure. That is also up. It'll get some resistance soon. LTR, Liontown Resources, is also up too. So everything's pumping today. New Hope Corporation has just broken market structure. Yes, please and thank you. That's on the daily time frame. That is very bullish. Very bullish. New Hope Corporation. So you know they're in coal. So if you take a look down here, New Hope engages in the development and operation of coal mines, port handling and logistics, agriculture and oil and gas development and production. So New Hope has just broken market structure. So I would say New Hope is probably looking for a pump up into the ZAG zone. And we're actually in the ZAG zone right now. So that's looking really good. Remex overnight, that's your rare earth metals so like a miners ETF, strategic, so up. So rare earth metals are doing well. What else is doing well? SGQ stuff is up at the moment. Well, that's good to see. Anyway, that is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of here. Oh, you can't. Oh, That's why. System muted? Okay. You couldn't hear me and now you can hear me. Okay, that was weird. And okay, I'm going to change. Okay, we're going to go back to MacBook for some reason. Okay, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm using the MacBook microphone for some reason, so it won't sound as good. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your tasty beverages. We shall get out of here, my funky, funky people. We got to go. You got to go. I got to go. We'll dance it out and grab your tasty beverages, because you have watched.
Good morning, Stack. Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, Stack. It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage.
I'm probably doing this to no one.
In the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronized slurp.
3, 2, 1,
Now
go.
we're on the move.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and you'll get some more content tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.
Podcast.